So if you have been watching this channel for the past year, you will know that I have been trying to grow a beat store and sell beats as a beat maker, and also giving you all the advice that I can to help you improve your beat sales, or at the very least website traffic to your beat store. And it's been really fun, especially doing the $10,000 beat selling challenge, which is still going, and there is an update video coming soon on that. But I've always been trying to find ways to help you make more money as producers, so it's finally time that I explored a new income that you can possibly have as a music producer, which I have not yet talked about on this channel. So I went ahead and I started a sample pack store, and for the foreseeable future I'm going to be documenting the journey just like I have with my beat selling, growing my sample pack store. So if any of you watching this video are interested in starting a sample pack store and starting to make money on that route of music production, then I highly recommend right now that you subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be a lot of videos going forward on this journey, and we've already got the plan mapped out. And in today's video I'm going to be talking you through how I've set up my sample pack store, and also what my plan is going forward to not only get sales of sample packs, but also use it as a great asset to collaborate with producers going forward, and of course increase your revenue as a music producer. So without further ado, let's talk sample packs. Okay, so just a quick one for those who actually don't know what a sample pack is. It is basically normally comes in a zip file where you can purchase samples off a producer to use in your own productions. And most of the time it's either royalty free or you're doing it as a collaboration on a beat. So this could be just one initial idea, let's say a guitar sample with a melody and chord pattern, or maybe a piano, or maybe even vocal samples as well, which are loops. Some producers sell sample packs for free just as a collaboration, so then they make their revenue off of doing 50-50 splits on beat selling sites like BeatStars, for example, while other sample pack makers like to sell big bulk sample packs which come in a zip file, which has anywhere from 10 samples all the way up to 1,000 samples. There's literally no ceiling to that. Then you sell that to someone at a set price, so there's no royalty split, but then you're making money from selling them the whole package. And sample packs is something that you can do in any genre as well, so don't worry if you're in a certain niche at the moment. If anything, that makes it better if you're in your own niche, because you can start creating sample packs in your own niche today. So to start off my sample pack store, I made two sample packs that you can actually buy. One's the electric guitar only sample pack, which is just electric guitar. This is all mainly in the pop genre because I'm a pop producer, but I did like to try and mix it up a little bit so producers in all genres could actually benefit from this sample pack. And I've done a piano only sample pack, which again is exactly the same, and this is going to be the theme. I have planned already the acoustic guitar only sample pack. I'm going to do bass only and also some vocal ones as well, and then that is how I'm going to build from there. And I need to start thinking about new niche ideas and stuff that producers may want to actually purchase, or even artists for their store. So this is what I started with products. I pre-made these before I launched the store, and this is the store right here, which I have made with Shopify. I think Shopify, because I did my competitor research and I noticed that Beautiful Beats, which was one of the case studies that I applied to myself when learning about the sample pack trade, he uses it, and I really like the layout for a couple of fundamental reasons, which I'm going to discuss with you in a second. But I did think that it's very easy to use, and Shopify is an e-commerce site, and also sample pack selling is e-commerce. You got to think of it like that. You're trying to sell a product to someone. It's a digital product, so Shopify for me was just a very good layout. And for the first 3 months at the moment, there is a really good deal where you get £1 every 3 months, or $1, sorry. And after that, I think it goes up to $9.99 or $19.99 a month. I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping in 3 months time, by that point, I've generated enough traffic where that starts to pay for itself at the very least. These are all the products I got at the moment, which I'll talk to you more about in a minute, because there's a couple of cool things here. But also, when you get Shopify, if you want to do selling digital products, you will need to download an app within Shopify, like this one, Big Digital Download. This one I think is $9.99 a month, so it's an extra cost. But again, there's always going to be running costs in running a website. There's no free way around it unless you upload, for example, like I have to my Soundy account. I've also got these on BeatStars as well, so you don't actually have to start a store if you're selling packs like this. You can use BeatStar, you can use Soundy. I'm pretty sure you can also use Airbit as well, not so sure about that. But for me, I really want to take this really seriously, so I've created my own website called samplesbyjoegotchi.com. Now the really cool thing is now we need to figure out how we're actually going to be driving traffic to our sample pack store. So the plan on me driving traffic is to utilize not only the audience that I have on all of my social media platforms, but also leverage email marketing, and to also leverage incentivizing producers to collaborate as well. There's going to be two fundamental incomes which I'm going to be focusing on. One is the actual selling selling of sample packs, like I said, and the other one with the collaborations and getting splits from sales on beat stores such as BeatStars. So obviously for the sample pack sales, I'm going to be needing to drive people to sample packs, and I will be advertising this on, I've got 4 YouTube channels, which the target demographic is all people who make music. So I will be always linking this. Now, I'm not going to be telling you right now in this video to go buy sample packs from my beat store, because that wouldn't be very morally right, because this video is about helping you set up your sample pack store. So if anything, please don't go from this video and buy a sample pack, because that's not the point of this video. I'm not trying to sell you a product in this video, I'm trying to help you. But in future videos when I do other stuff, I'm always trying to encourage collaboration, and if anything, that'd be really cool to actually collaborate with you guys, which is why the next traffic driver is so important to the beat store, because I'm going to be offering free downloads on my Loop store. So these are basically samples which I've created separately. As you can see here, there's 5 of them in store, and I'll be uploading them onto Instagram and also sharing them in posts on YouTube, as well as other sites like TikTok and Threads as well. And this is an open invitation for other producers to collaborate with me to use one of these free samples to create beats to upload to BeatStars in exchange for a fair split. And we'll be collaborating with producers on a regular basis and getting that income from collaborations on BeatStars, which is a very underrated income in itself. And the most beautiful part about it is it's completely free. So producers aren't having to fork out any money at all. It's completely free on both sides, so there's value on both sides of this. The win for the producer is they're getting new ideas for beats, so it's easier for them to upload beats to the store, and the win for me is I'm getting that split on beats that get uploaded, so it's a fair trade. So as you can see here again, so on my actual Shopify, we've got it split into sample packs here, so these are the 2 I'm running. And then the free samples keeps it separate, and that is basically how I'm going to be driving traffic to my sample pack store. Now, for those of you who've been following my beat selling, you will know that I do email marketing a lot, and I do have a big email marketing list, but that is for beat selling. So now one of the big things that I need to focus on is getting more email addresses for producers and beat makers, people who might be interested in getting samples. Now, we do not want to be spammy with this at all. So one of the things I've done is, if I'm collecting email addresses for a cold audience, as I call it, people I've never emailed before and haven't signed up to anything, I'm getting them even from my following, or I'm getting them from sample pack stores or also beat stores. Producers follow that. And then the only thing that I'm going to be focusing on is reaching out to offer a collaboration and not trying to sell producers anything, because I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Instead, any emails that I'm going to be sending to producers at the moment for the foreseeable future is going to be just free samples only, because then all I'm doing is offering value. You're not trying to annoy people by saying, hey, I'm a producer, buy my sample packs, because that's just not going to work. People are smarter than that. People aren't just going to buy something because you send them an email. So instead, sending the free samples is offering value straight off the bat, and it's more like a fair exchange, and it's actually popping up with something that producers might care about. Forget what some people say online. There's actually nothing wrong with offering free samples to producers. Maybe don't send one like 5 times a day, because that can really start to annoy you if you get loads of stuff in your inbox. But one thing I will say is, every time I get an email about a free sample, I do always listen to it to actually see if it's something that I'd be interested in using. I never used to be as keen on collaborations because I was growing my own beat store, but now I have quite an extensive beat store, and it can be exhausting creating beats every day. Sometimes I do like to hear what samples producers like to offer, because it could help me create something that's really cool, again, for that fair exchange. So if I upload a beat, then they get their split and everyone's happy. So this is my Instagram account at the moment. Just to quickly touch on the sort of content, especially on Instagram, because Instagram's going to be one of the main drivers. I've been focusing a lot on growing it at the moment, and these are the sort of videos here that I'm going to be doing, which is very similar to Beautiful Beats, so I have to give him credit where it's due, because I love the sort of content that he does to advertise his samples. So just doing really short reels, just playing the sample, and then obviously always plugging it on story as well, using the highlights as well to put the free samples there, so anyone comes and visit my Instagram page, they can get themselves some free samples just by clicking on the highlights, scrolling through. I think is a very user-friendly way for producers to be able to browse to find the sample that they want. And I'm always trying to get better content using my iPhone still, but always making sure I'm using the highest quality, because that's the sort of stuff that which can make a difference when it comes to posting content. But again, it's very simple, but it is effective. At the moment, I haven't got one that's got over 1,000 views yet, but over time I will work on this content myself, and I always encourage you to as well, to try and optimize your content to give it the best chance to get the best reach possible. So the theory with all of this is, if I was to upload it, and lastly, one of the biggest things that I'm going to be focusing on is trying to, especially at least for the rest of the year, to try and upload a sample pack every 2 weeks, because one of the biggest things you got to do before you really start driving traffic to your sample pack store is to have enough quantity and variety there for people to actually go to your beat store and browse. If you don't do that, someone might might not find what they're looking for, or the limited selection might make producers feel like they don't really have a choice in the matter as much, which can actually put producers off actually buying any of your samples. So just keep that in mind. Before you actually start your sample pack store, try to get a good back catalogue of samples, especially free samples if you want to go down the collaboration route, or if you want to actually sell sample packs. Try and think about the sort of sample packs you want to do, as well as the branding as well. For my branding here, I just found this stock image in Canva and I kind of made it my own unique, and this is how I'm going to be displaying it going forward. So I've got my own kind of branding going on here, and as you saw from the thing, I've got a logo which I'm probably going to change because this is still early days and I'm always trying to optimize. But just think about all these little things, because that's what's going to help you get going with your sample pack store. Yeah guys, there's going to be plenty more videos in the future coming on sample packs, and of course I'm going to be documenting the whole process as I go along. So if you're interested in making another income off of selling sample packs, now is the time to start with me and let's grow it together. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, keep making music and I'll see you in the next video.